you shut it?
We have to know.
Serious YONI, as you can see, he's very
serious.
Can't keep a smile together.
So I'd also like to give a shout out to the
We're
Fortune
getting called
Capital
out that
Group.
it's so.
Fortune Capital.
Hold on. We're getting called out that it's so cute in this home. By the way, that we're doing this. This is amazing.
It is definitely a great idea.
Let me shout out your guy because I don't think you can hold a straight face doing it. But Fortune Capital Group, look at that.
Love that.
Look at that.
Love
Amazing.
Sponsored a good team.
Amazing team. Great team. Like I said originally, we should have just put all sponsors on our team because obviously the Cowboys are the studs. But let's get right into it. We're gonna, grade the Chiefs.
Let's do it. Now, before we even start going player to player, we have to appreciate one thing about the Chiefs. The Chiefs did not have a pick after 41 because of that trade that they were able to make. Zach is the one who ended up screwing over Airman.
Right.
So they did not have a pick after 41. So they really stacked those picks, and they have a good team from it. But we have to go through this team and, rip it apart a little bit and dissect it. So I'll let you start with Panitz.
I'll start with Panitz. I love Panitz, bro. I love this guy. I see him all the time in Shul. This guy is, whenever I'm in the Eaton town. So shout out Michael Panitz. You know what I mean? You're a legend. I love, seeing you play out there. I think he's an absolute stud. If anything, like one of the top receivers in the league.
I think he's a great receiver.
I think he tried to BS a bunch of people telling them that, what was it, his groin hurt or something?
Hamstring.
Hamstring,
but I don't think Panitz is that type of guy. I'll give Panitz
But even with a shitty hamstring, this guy could take over the field. So shout out Michael Panitz.
I don't think he's playing like with his groin. I think he, at the end of the day...
Right, he's playing with his groin. All right, cool. Yeah, so he's playing with his groin. But bottom line is Michael Panitz.
I'll give Panitz, he's a passionate player. He cares about the game. He really does, and he's before the draft texting he's in it. You want those type of guys in your locker room. I think he's a great offensive player. Defensively,
he's a team player too.
Different, yes, that's what I'm saying. A team player. He's there. He has the passion. He's a guy you want in your locker room. He's a great player. I don't think he has it on the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
But you have Zachy, which kind of makes up for that a little bit.
Okay.
But that's what I have.
We
with
also
Panitz
that pick that week where he jumped 18 feet into the air.
Yes, now moving up to Zachy. So Zachy, I guess we could both say, arguably we had a question mark at quarterback. How is he going to be? He was in the Ravens quarterback camp last year, and he really showed out week 1. So Zachy, as long as he continues doing what he's doing,
he's literally a Mahomes, right? So I would say that this guy is absolute.
I'm not going to call him Mahomes. Absolutely not. Let me see.
I would.
He played the Jets.
It doesn't matter.
Take a step back. He played the Jets.
The numbers he put up last week was eye popping. I was like, wait, who the heck is this guy? And obviously he would probably say the same for me. I'm not the guy to judge him, but. Zachy's, definitely put his name out there, and I think he has a target on him now.
I think you put Zach Wilson playing against the Jets, and he'll also show out.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think everybody's gunning for this guy.
I think Zachy played, once again, Zachy played amazing on both sides of the ball. Amazing. Right. But we do have to see how he plays after week 1 because he did play the Jets. The Jets are the Jets the worst team in this league?
I don't know. I think the Bengals were, but besides for that. Okay. But besides that, listen, you can say that to any team, but he actually, if they were a bad team, right, he still showed that with numbers, right?
No, so he did.
I gotta say,
I'll give him on defensively. He had 4 or 5 picks against a guy like Uri Adler. That's impressive. No one's arguing that.
Well, how's his first name pronounced? Is it Uri or Yuri?
Uri.
Okay, I've heard both.
Uri
Adler.
Gotta teach the Syrians, the J-Dubs.
There's no Y before YONI, It's just a U. So
there you go.
Uri, yeah.
Thanks, Moose.
All
right. So
but I would say, Zachy, stud player, 100%. Has a target, has a lot of big shoes to fill. I think he wants to prove himself. So
1 million.
I got to give him a shout out. So
give him the shout out. Just don't call him Mahomes here on the podcast after week 1 playing the Jets.
Mahomes. I'll say Mahomes. Zachy's Mahomes.
Don't call him that.
All day. I love you, Zachy. All right, Ralph Hannon.
Dog. Great player.
What does that mean, dog? Just say it.
He's a great player. There's nothing to talk about. You have him on the D line. He's a stud.
He is an great player. This guy is tough to play against. I know a lot of people are scared of, Jurist and Rocky, but they should be worried about this guy too. I mean, Rocky's absolutely one of the best on the line, but I'll put Ralph Hannon number 2.
It's different. It's a different type. I don't know if you have Gluck and Danziger this year. You have other
guys. I haven't seen them playing, but I know Ralph's
a great player.
He knows how to use his hands. I know he's dangerous on both sides of the ball. As a tight end, he can go out there. He can really grab those balls and make grab those extra yards with those balls in his hand. But but besides that, I think he's a great player on both sides of the ball, and really it's a big pickup on there.
Agreed. That was honestly the right move to take. They had Panitz, so they really covered themselves there. Zachy is a good defender.
And Zachy doesn't need
that
much
time. So now go build your line.
Zachy doesn't need that much time. So
they played the Jets.
Putting Ralph there and giving him that time really just helps.
Definitely helps. It was a good pick. Very smart pick at 24, and going on to pick 25, he picked back to back over there, Freddie. So I don't know this Freddie guy.
Freddie Bijan, I don't know him either. But if he got picked at 25, supposedly somebody knew something.
Yeah,
right.
But, I mean, I did hear during the draft there were a lot of people once he said the name Freddie, everyone's like, oh, reach. So
Right.
It could be. We don't know that yet. We'll find out. Not shouting you out, Freddie. I don't know you. I don't know how you play. A lot of people did say it was a reach. It could be. We don't know yet.
I'm just saying, if they picked him up before Victor Abadi, that's definitely tell you something that he knew something that we didn't know, right? And Zacky's a smart player, so he probably knows what Freddie's capable of. Whether he showed up or not, I'm not sure. But we'll definitely see that later on in the draft.
Exactly. But you know what? Let's say they did reach on Freddie. One guy they did not reach on, and they got a great pick at 40. Good value, and they got a steal at 40. Ruben Juris, that's right.
Ruben Juris, right.
So definitely got a steal at 40. The guy's much better than a 40.
I mean, well, it all depends on the position, right? So what position does he play?
So he's a receiver and a corner.
Receiver corner. So if you were to say he's a receiver and a corner, would he get picked up earlier compared to the other guys out there?
I think
so.
so.
Who would you put him before?
I think so. I think if we
On
had
a
the
wide
draft board in
receiver.
front of me, I could tell you a bunch of names that he should have been before.
Right.
I saw him at 40 during the draft, and I was like, "There's no way this guy should be going at 40."
So you think it was a steal at 40?
It was definitely a steal at 40.
Okay.
41, Jack Massery, regular good value.
I'm just gonna go back to
there.
Ruben. By the way, I've seen him play. Great player. I think he's decent, right? Like
Good player.
where he can definitely make those catches. But yeah, I think there's value over there. So
Overall, they
shout out
have
to Ruben.
a bunch of good players on the team. Then you have Jack Massery, who
I don't even know who he is.
Jack Massery played on the Rams last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so that's why you picked at 41. That you don't know how many he played last year.
Well, no, I'm
I'm
not
not saying he's bad, but
Not
he's
exactly.
Not a
I don't know
stud
half
type
the
of
players
guy.
on this league, by the way, so don't take it to offense. I'm not saying anything.
Take offense. He
But,
doesn't know who you are. You played last year.
Jack, you gotta show up
41,
against me, bro.
he said
I
himself.
don't know. Introduce yourself to me, bro. You know what I mean?
All right, so Jack, come by tomorrow, Fonz.
Can we get the Fonz
Fonz.
Fire
Fonz,
Pizza,
Fonz,
by the way?
sorry.
This guy's amazing, by the way.
Fonz.
First of all, got a shout out to his hair. This guy has phenomenal hair. It's impeccable.
He's the
besides
Andy Dalton. He's that Dolphins.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the
That
one of
Bengals.
the
What am I
OGs.
saying? Dolphins from last year. But
I mean, yeah, but I gotta say, he's one of the OG boys. You know, what I mean, I played on the line with this guy. He's a force to be reckoned with, man. Fonz, I can't believe he went at 37. By the way, that's scary. That's scary.
He's passionate,
that he went
dude.
at
He's a
37, right?
passionate guy. Passionate guy. I don't have anything bad to say about Fonz.
I have a lot to say about Fonz. Fonz is destroyer of men. You give the guy the ball and just let him go, and he
So
just
yeah,
runs
Fonz,
over
no,
people.
I said I don't have
man.
anything bad to say about Fonz. I think Fonz is a good. He's a good player.
The good thing
He's a
also,
good player.
the good thing
He's
is also
more of
he'll
a-
stick up for the team, even though he knows we might be wrong.
So he's a very passionate, right? So the only thing I
Yes.
could say, he's a very
Yes.
passionate guy that I'm not going to call him a head case. I played him last year. He wasn't a head case. Dolphins at the best locker room.
I wouldn't say that, but I
he
just
I wouldn't call him a head case. But like he could be the type of person where if a game's
definitely a
not
head
going,
case. Definitely a head case.
I don't, look, we could agree there.
I mean, he's a head case.
He is a
I
head
love
case.
the
Okay,
fact that he's
I-
a head case. Are you
perfect.
kidding me?
But it's a good type
Fonz-
of head case.
Fonz has
Exactly.
got no BS, by the way.
It's
If
a
he
no
loves,
BS.
if he loves his team,
Yeah.
and I suggest all of you kiss his ass because like if he loves you, he will protect you no matter what.
I remember last year,
He
like
was-
L came after me in one of the games.
bro,
like
he
you
was
had
ready to
Fonz
tear-
shove L to the
yeah,
ground.
he was
like,
ready
"Don't
to
come
tear
after
his
me."
head off,
He's
so.
a great guy. Fonz a great guy to get behind, but Fonz also
Any team that
like
has
you said,
Fonz
no
is a-
BS. But
yeah.
you said no BS, and if the team is not conducting, if there's a bad play, like he's not the type of guy to come over to you and be like, "Yo, it's okay, we'll get it." He's the type to grill you. Like
Yeah,
he's the
it's
type
like,
of
what
guy.
were you doing on that
so
play,
you need,
right?
you need someone on this team. I don't see a voice on this team, by the way. That's one thing that I do. I don't see a voice. Type of
I could
person.
see two voices in here
Who's a voice
I
on
would
this
say
team?
Ralph Hannon and Fonz know how to talk.
Ralph
you know what I
Hannon
mean?
doesn't. He's not passionate enough to be.
I
voice.
think Ralph Hannon's very passionate. I played with him before.
I don't
and I
think
he
he's-
knows how to talk.
I don't think he's a leader. Like I don't think he's texting the group chat like guys. And I don't think exactly that's not the personality.
I don't know.
Hannon
I can't
could
say
be
that.
that guy, but he's still
Fonz
more
doesn't
quiet.
shut up on the chat. What are you talking
Fonz doesn't
about?
shut up, but you need someone to contain that. You need someone to contain that.
I don't know, man. I think
So now, how do you see this team playing in a game? That's my question to you.
All right, so I haven't seen them play, but from what I heard, they
From what you're seeing on paper. and
From
your
what I'm seeing on
assessment,
paper,
what do you
this
think?
okay, I think it's a solid team, right, all the way across. I don't think they have such crazy weapons. I just think they have an amazing line, a good defense, a good and I think on offense it's just Zachy has Panitz and a few other guys that can shift the ball, right? I think last week, I don't know if it was raining or not, but the fact that if you can give Ralph Hannon a couple plays here and there, Fonz a couple plays here and there, they're two big guys that could just move the chains on the field, right?
Right.
And like you said, Ruben can catch those balls, and so could Panitz. So if you're sending him out there on some right routes, then I see him playing phenomenal. I actually give this team, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want them to be like the Cowboys, but I'll give them an A-.
I agree with you there. I'm
I
going
think
to give them an
A- on this
A-.
draft.
I'm going to give them an A-, but I'm going to have a potential open door for a B+ that I'm actually thinking about because I'll go through this team right now. They have a great offense.
Okay.
So I think that you have Zachy at quarterback. Now, could he design plays? You have to see. I'm not sure if he could run a huddle like that. I think he had a great game.
Right.
But he did play the Jets. We have to keep that in mind. So now, just looking at this team, what I said before the season and what I'm going to say again now, is this team offensively, on the offensive side of the ball, they have their weapons. They have Zach at quarterback, they have Ralph Hannon at tight end.
What was the score in the first game?
They destroyed. You have Panitz, you have Ruben, Juris,
40-7.
you have Freddie, you have Jack.
47.
Yeah,
So how can you
they're out
not
there.
pull out their defense, by the way?
So
if they can hold Buka down and
one second, one second,
down?
one second. I'm not done. I'll finish.
Okay.
You have a guy like Zach at quarterback. You have Panitz as a wide receiver 1. You have Ruben. I think he honestly could be a wide receiver 2. That's what I've even seen. Freddie could be a wide receiver 2, and that means Ruben, you're number 3. You're stacked.
Can we just agree on an A-?
You're stacked.
Forget
the
the B+?
reason why I'm thinking about the B+ is because I don't see this team defensively showing up. I'll tell you where I am. Panitz is not a good defender. You have Zach who's a good defender. So now, Zach being a good defender, that's great. But now you have Fonz and Ralph Hannon, 2 big guys on your line. These guys can't take... They're not going to be in your secondary. So you have 2 guys stuck on your line, whether you're going to be subbing in or out, or you're playing 2 of them on the line, which means you're relying on a guy like Panitz, you're relying on Jack Master, you're relying on these players on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know that they're going to have that. I don't think they're going to be a great defense. Now look, they did play against Ariadne last week, and their defense showed up. And it was really all. It was all Zach.
I think it says enough. I think between.
I don't think it says enough because look, you have guys like Louis Sutton on that team. I'm not, Louis, I love you, but like you're a hole, you're a liability. Okay, so that was on the Jets.
Damn, there's still some beef from last year on the Dolphins.
No, like there's, and by the way, Fonz, I know I said that for you also. Like I love you, but you have. I said the Louis thing for Fonz. I had to
you said Louis,
but I don't see this team having a crazy defense. Like you have them stacked up against a team. Let's say the Panthers. We just said the Panthers. You have SS. You have Massery. You have good receivers across the board. Zachy can only take 1. I don't think they're equipped to play a zone. I don't think they have that. And then you have Ralph.
Who's the line? Who's the O-line for the Panthers?
O-line, agreed. You have your O-line. So that's, by the way, that's Aaron.
Okay, yeah, but if you send a guy like Ralph Hannon or Fonz,
valid, but I don't see you being able to defend Danny Massey. I don't see their defense. I don't see their defense lining up.
This is what I have to say. At the end of the day, I think that their offense is so good that it offsets any doubts they have on defense. I could say that.
I don't say that. I think defense wins championships.
I'm not the best. I'm not the best football mind out there, but from when I played, I think if you get enough points on the board and you wait for the other team to screw up enough, it can happen.
So like I said, they're not a bad team. They're an amazing team. I'm giving them an A. I'm giving them the A. The A-. I'm giving you the A-.
The A-, bro.
Now, if you're gonna ask me where I could see anything wrong with this team, it's gonna be on the defensive side of the ball. I'm not saying they're a bad defense. Absolutely not. They shut out Adler. They got 7. They gave up 7 points.
I got
but
you, bro.
There is that hole on defense. If I'm playing this team this week, I'm looking at their defense and saying, okay, how are we picking apart those holes? Because there's going to be holes.
I hear you.
Their offense is set. I just think that Panitz is not a corner. He's not a good corner. And I don't think that Ruben Juris
Still love you,
is
Michael
good
Panitz.
I do.
Shout out Michael Panitz.
He's a great guy.
Don't throw shade at Michael Panitz, bro.
First of all, I'll throw shade when I want.
You do what you got to do, man.
All right.
At the end of the day, I love
There's
Michael
a reason
Panitz.
why Siegel left him on his bench in LBA.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
All right,
but
nice talking.
Look, there's a hole at defense. Could you agree to that?
I won't agree to it. But anyways, bottom line is
there it is.
A- from the both of us. You heard it here first.
Moose
is coming to you live. Victor, shout out for giving us this open home to have this interview on and this review on. But
love it.
Big shout out. Thank you for what you're doing out there. Boys, get excited. It's going to be a great Sunday. So see you guys there.
See you tomorrow.